got a couple of things blooming. I just bought this. Wait, I got glare on me. Echinacea. It's usually that pretty pinkish fuchsia color. I got this. I'm looking for a red one. Red ones are hard to find, but I got this for $9. Not bad. Usually only like 20. I grabbed my camera to share this. This is spiderwort or widow's tears. Not really sure why they're called either. Such a pretty bluish purple. And before they bloom, they look like this. I think that's before they bloom. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything because of the glare. They got really spiky. They got really spiky leaves, but the purple one is much more compact. Let's see if I can show you. I know I have a lot of stuff. This is a butterfly weed that's about to burst. It'll be orange. But over here is the white widow's tears. And the white widow's tears, I hate them. They get so huge. This is probably 4 years old. And the only reason why it's standing upright is because I have a wrought iron chair that I'm using as like a cage. And so this one's 2 years old. And then I'll show you this one that's out of control. I have an old metal stool trying to contain it. But it gets so huge and gangly, and you can't, they're hard to divide because they just fall apart. If I would have known, I would never have bought the white ones. And if I would have known that there was purple. And the weird thing is the purple one, I did not buy. It just showed up. So this one's 2 years old. I'm going to come over here. And this is 1 year old. And they kind of fall over, so they do need to be staked. But I don't know, maybe the bird droppings are bringing them to my yard. But oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And then I have 2 up front. And they're pretty, they're much more compact and slower growing. So if you're ever interested, and they only bloom in the morning. They're kind of like morning glories. So later on this afternoon when the sun comes around, these will all be closed up. So that's why I had to come out here this morning in my pajamas to do this. But that's about all I have blooming. My columbine is just about done. I've had this plant forever. But yeah, I got veggies. My strawberries are out of control. I got my lettuce, carrots, radishes, and some sweet peppers that are teeny tiny. And tomatoes. I don't like steak, beef steak. I get the Early Girl and Romas, different kinds of Romas. These are all Romas. And I let sunflowers, sunflowers end up in my garden from the birds. There's a parsley plant. And then I have more tomatoes, and then over here I have the hot peppers. Hot peppers and poblanos, jalapenos and poblanos, and I got a little onion patch. And that's my butterfly bush. That'll be huge in a couple of weeks. But you know, peppers are open pollinated, so you can't grow, well you can, but you shouldn't grow the hot peppers next to the sweet, because you'll make your sweet peppers hot, or your hot peppers won't be that hot. and then a lot of a lot of bare spots. So I have perennials, and then I fill the bare spots with annuals. Bachelor's buttons, zinnias, forget-me-nots, cosmos, and lots of Sweet William. I love Sweet William. And over here I have some lilies that are about to bloom. And over here is my compost pile. I have two, so I alternate. Like I'll take the soil from here and dump it on there, and that way I can keep turning. It's hard to turn in the small compact area, so I just kind of switch them back and forth. And this is my massive rose bush. I have two of them. This one is twice the size of the other one, and I think it's because it's next to the compost. And I used to have a little dog who liked to explore. So this is an old Target. Anyways, I used to have a little dog who liked to explore, and I was always so worried about him getting caught in the rose bushes because they are gnarly. And so I planted a bunch of daylilies and put a little fence around it, but he's gone. But anyways, so here's one rose bush, and here's the other one. They have to be 45 years old. Me and my husband bought them. This is my in-laws' house, and we bought them for his mom, and we planted them for her. And she died in early 2000s. His father for about 8 years, and then he passed away. And he got the house, and yeah, those they had to be 40 years old. I hate roses. I don't like them. I don't like to deal with them, but they are pretty. I'm just not a big fan of the maintenance of them. So my garden's getting there. I have these hostas here that are just so huge. When I put them there about 4 years ago, you know, they were just little tiny plantlets. So I gotta dig those up, and I'm not looking forward to that. I was thinking about like digging half of it up and leaving half. I don't know, we'll figure it out. And this has become a mess. These are my daylilies. They're real pretty yellow. I have the yellow ones, and then I have those, the ones by the rose bushes are just the regular orange ones. Yeah, and then I'll grow morning glory up on that. I got morning glory in the buckets here, and I had to keep cages open because the squirrels will come and dig them up. Ongoing fight with squirrels. But yeah, that's my garden.